Antoine SIRE.
Hello, Antoine. Welcome to UKRSIBBANK Sustainable Business Forum.
Привет, and I'm so happy to be with you this morning. So thank you, and this introduction with the film was very spectacular. So I'm sorry not to be with you physically today, but really happy to participate to your convention. It's the opportunity first for me to tell you how important is Ukraine for us. We really are impressed by you guys, what you guys in Ukraine are doing, on how you are making your country has I would say the best situation possible while it is at war and while some people are fighting and are under the bombs. It's something which is difficult to imagine for us because we haven't been at war for 75 years. But my parents and my grandfathers and grandmothers have been, of course, I am of a generation where we had parents and grandparents who knew what a war is, and they told us. And of course, I have met a lot of Ukrainian friends over the recent months that have told me as well. And yes, it's something we need to share and we need to understand, and it's very important that we are with you in this period. And it's particularly important because you all are extremely courageous, and what you are doing to have the bank standing, to have the bank contributing to the country, and to be able to deploy such long-term project as sustainability, which is indeed essential. It sparks a real admiration, and so that was really a message I wanted to convey you to all you my friends. I wanted to convey you this message with my heart.
Thank you, Antoine, for these really warming words. And I would like to discuss with you about the strategy of BNP Paribas, growth, technology, sustainability. Why BNP Paribas decided to put the sustainability on the strategy from 2022?
Well, it's important to understand that we are going into a transition simply because the world that it has been developed over the recent years cannot continue like this. The global warming is a reality. The loss of biodiversity is a reality. You know that a lot of species have disappeared and will not reappear, and there have been an incredible acceleration of this loss of biodiversity over the last 20 or 30 years, and this threatens the life on Earth. This threatens our food chain, this threatens our future, and it also generates increased inequalities. So we have the climate, we have the biodiversity, we have the inequalities, and the economy has to change. And of course, some economical players consider that on the short term they don't have to worry for this. But BNP Paribas, the BNP Paribas Group, is a bank that has been existing for 200 years, and there is no reason we would not exist at the end of the 21st century. And if we do that, it will be because we have understood on time what is going on. And what is going on is that we will need to invest a lot to change our energy model. We will need to help the corporates to change their industrial model, and we will need to invest and to help our clients to invest, our individual clients, to change the way they do their consumption and their way of life. By the way, we believe that the war has accelerated the need for sustainability because you know that one thing we discovered, I say we discovered because all the citizens of the European Union were not that much aware of that. I knew it, but because I'm involved in energy, but a lot of people didn't know how much Europe depends on Russian gas, and you cannot stand an energy model where you are not autonomous. And transformation of energy, more sober models means rely less on energies that are coming from remote areas with a geopolitical risk. Given this, we have a very daring objectives that are unchanged. You know that we have committed to have 350 billion euros in green financing by 2025, 300 billion euros of assets under management. We don't know at this stage, we are not sure at this stage to reach the target because some markets, particularly the market of green bonds, have been affected. But what is interesting is that we are a world leader in almost all the products which are in our targets. For example, for the second year in a row, we are global leader in green bonds. But and you guys are at UKRSIBBANK are also a retail bank, and it's important to know that this sustainable positioning makes us think already to solutions for green mortgage loans, for helping the energy efficiency, for helping the green mobility, and in all these areas we are a leader. And finally, unfortunately, you will have to do a reconstruction. I know that in some cities the reconstruction is already very much underway. It is very important to have a sustainable reconstruction. Your independence, your future will rely a lot on the fact that you have low carbon building, low carbon factories, and that UKRSIBBANK contributes to help the businesses and the people to decarbonate their model and to do the most possible low carbon reconstruction.
Thank you, Antoine. Today, our audience, our participants, it's our Ukrainian businesses who are working now in Ukraine. This is an international company, local company, big companies, small, medium companies. If we're speaking about sustainability in Ukraine, why it's important to implement sustainable principle in business, especially now, during wartime? What do you think about this?
Yeah, first of all, that relates to my previous point. a period of reconstruction is a period where you can start things differently. A lot, in France, for example, after the last war. So there was a reconstruction where very important things for the future were done. The situation was a bit different in Ukraine because probably the Soviet Union was a different. I'm not a specialist, so I cannot tell. But in France, after the war, the way the reconstruction was implemented was really structuring for the future. And we know that our future has to be sustainable, and that's why it's really good that. You launched this campaign saying that Ukraine is a place for plants because it's very important in this period to have a reliable financial partner who understands what you have to do, and the role of a bank is to be there. When there is a change. Our name is Bank for a Changing World, and I really believe that it is important to be in this moment. I know also that you have a lot of initiatives to support the business, to help the development of the business in the main Ukrainian cities. By the way, I was lucky enough in my life to visit 2 Ukrainian cities, to be in Kyiv and in Lviv, but I hope in the future I will visit other Ukrainian cities. And so it's important. We know that you are working with IT, and it's absolutely essential that the digital future of the Ukraine comes reinforced by the reconstruction, and you are also very active in something which is very important for BNP Paribas, which is the women and business in business program. We have such programs in all the BNP Paribas countries. It started with France. It has been extended to Italy, to Poland, to other countries, and it's very good to know that UKRSIBBANK is working on these projects for the women.
Thank you, Antoine. Discuss with you about challenges and opportunities. What do you think, from point of view, which challenges, key challenges and opportunities we will have now, if we're speaking about Ukrainian business, I mean during the wartime and after victory?
So, I mentioned all what is related to buildings and industry, but this would apply to any country that will have to do a reconstruction. While Ukraine has a specific advantage for low carbon energies, it has an important biomass potential, which up to now has been largely untapped. So it's important that while rebuilding the future, you integrate biomass differently, and it's important that a bank, UKRSIBBANK, has this knowledge and this capacity. Another point is that the model for agriculture has really to be rethinked. I speak here from a country, France, where the debates linked to agriculture and sustainability will be endless. And it will be really necessary to change the model. So you guys in Ukraine have fantastically succeeded over the last years to become an important provider of agricultural products to all Europe. And now it's a chance and also a responsibility for Ukraine to make its agricultural business model more sustainable. It will be important for the future, for the planet, but it will be also important to meet the demand, because the demand will be more and more for products coming from sustainable agriculture. So you have to, there is an opportunity that shouldn't be missed. And of course, the fact that a bank understands this is very important. So I guess it's a challenge. And of course, the challenge you will have, I have, on my in my personal life, I'm a specialist in cinema, and after the World War II, there were a lot of films showing how it was sometimes difficult for war veterans to face situations they had in the post-war situation, and I guess it's important to be prepared, and I know that UKRSIBBANK has launched a fund to support Ukrainian military people, and yes, it's important because it's the future will need also to acknowledge that the people that have been on the front have been in a very special situation. Although people who are not on the front but who are simply under the bombs are also in a very special situation. So we all know that.
Thank you, Antoine. We will discuss a little bit later in our forum regarding of this very crucial, important issue about the veterans and about the people who are now on the front. And but my last questions, and very important questions for me personally and also for all our participants: how do you expect to see Ukraine after the victory? What your personal expectation, professional expectation, and maybe expectation from BNP Paribas Group?
Well, I'm not a politician, but as a citizen, I expect Ukraine to be always closer to Europe. So I'm profoundly European. We have put stars in the logo of BNP Paribas. I was the guy behind the BNP Paribas logo with the stars.
Yes, we know it.
And I have finished to do it with glue. We had cut the stars with scissors and we had glue. And we said, okay, we will put stars because stars is part of the European flag. So we believe a lot in Ukraine. And without doing any politics, because it's not my job, but of course we want to have Ukraine as close as the European Union as possible. It's very important, and it will structure the future. And it's clear that sustainability. And all what you will do for sustainability is part of the European identity of Ukraine, because the Europe has taken a strong stances in sustainability. We are really leading the way. When I see the discussions in in Europe, in France, or in UK. Okay, UK is not part of the European Union, but in fact, it has it's still a European country, and they are still very close. For example, when I see the debate on sustainability between France and the United Kingdom, the terms of the debate are almost the same. And the debate in European countries is really that the world like it is not sustainable, and that we have to change the model. So having the new Ukraine being more and more in this vision, and also in the search for solutions, because we still have people who need to go to work, who need to eat, who need to heat themselves. So we have a lot of challenges, and we will have to continue to provide comfort, safety, health, food, work. So it's we have to rebuild to build a different future, and clearly the way the Ukrainian business understands this importance of sustainability is a part of the Ukrainian, the European identity of Ukraine. It's not the only part. I believe that the culture is very important. I had always interesting discussions on culture with my Ukrainian friends. I always felt very close, and so it's important that we continue to feed all what makes us close, or what makes us different people, but in the same family. And I really believe that sustainability is part of this.
Thank you, Antoine. Yes, please applause to Antoine. I would like to thank you very much from all UKRSIBBANK team, for all our participants, for support which BNP Paribas Group provided for us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your readiness to develop Ukraine together with us. Let's make positive impact together. Thank you, and see you in Kyiv or in Lviv next year. Thank you, Antoine. See you. Bye-bye.